I thought you still had your phone out. I was imagining.
No, that was me going 3, 2, 1.
Because since it's like, the future in 2016 and all, that would be like the next step of rudeness is we did an entire show.
Interview?
For a full hour, and at no point did we look at each other. But now I just look rude as the host because you're not even on your phone.
I was so smooth.
It's
not even in the shot. Look at that.
You're excited to actually communicate with a human being in real life.
That's how it's much preferred.
That's really cool. Welcome to the show. I guess we should start with a proper handshake. Hello.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too. Welcome to my show we do here at Meltdown Comics. If you don't know where Meltdown Comics is, we're on Sunset Boulevard, right in the middle of Hollywood. Carah mentioned off air that one of her favorite spots is right across the street is Toy, which is the rock and roll Thai restaurant.
It's delicious.
And we have viewers all over the world, and I always tell them if they come visit LA, they should stop by Toy and have a bite to eat. And now I would say, if you're in town on a Wednesday, come watch the show. We have a couch right in front of us that's off screen, and there's could fit like 6 skinny butts on it.
6 skinny butts.
So you have like 59 minutes at this point, people of Facebook Live, to come down and hang out with us. Wouldn't that be something?
Sick.
Well, we are here for the hour, Carah, and I know you have you've never been on the show before. And I know you have a long history of being in bands, but I don't know if you've done an hour-long live interview in all your years of performing.
No, I haven't. Should I be nervous?
I don't think you should be nervous.
That's a lot of time.
I don't think you should be nervous.
So when you were in 5th grade, and you're going through that awkward phase, that's how I feel like the questions are going to get to that point.
Well, I was going to start off by asking you the name of your 1st grade teacher, but you proved to me off air that you can't even remember that. We were having a little Facebook issue, but we got it figured out.
I don't use Facebook very often. I had to log into it, and I was like,
Hopefully you will now. I really love this Facebook Live. I think it's going to make Facebook popular again. Because,
I'll tell you in an hour.
You can go live on it.
How I feel about it.
Yeah. So I have the chat room open, and the viewers are slowly coming in because, like I said, they didn't know you were going to be on today. So right now they're just kind of hanging on the internet, and it pops up, Carah Faye is live. And they're kind of like, what is this? I've never seen her do anything live before on the internet. So it's kind of like a surprise to everybody. Mm-hmm. Even yourself, as you showed up.
Even myself,
You didn't even know where you were going. They just said,
just
show up at this address.
Yeah.
And someone dropped you off. I don't know if that's a secret who it was. But it was someone that had also been on the show before.
Spencer Drew Peterson.
Like 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
we're keeping it all in the family here.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Well, introduce yourself to the viewers at home. We do have some regulars who may not know who you are.
I am Carah Faye. My full name is Carah Faye Charno, however.
Okay.
And for 10, 11 years, I've been doing a band called Shiny Toy Guns. And it's a huge part of not only my career, but my life. And now I'm going solo as Carah Faye. That's it.
At any point did you
yeah,
you're done. At any point did you consider a name for your solo project? Like a dashboard confessional or a secondhand serenade, or you just wanted to be Carah Faye?
Yeah, I actually did. But for a number of reasons, I didn't want it to be perceived as anything that would be competitive with Shiny Toy Guns.
Okay.
And I felt like if I started another band, then it'd be like, ooh, do we have to pick this or this? And it's like, I just want the music to speak for itself. I didn't want it to be... And I felt like the way I was writing, the way this was coming together, it wasn't a side project. It wasn't... Because I like so many different genres of music, so it wasn't like the folk side of me or like the underground hip-hop side of me or, the post-punk, it was this weird summation of everything that, my whole life has entailed and the truest expression of me, so I just wanted it to be Carah Faye. I didn't want it to be, I felt like a name would have been indicative of a side project, and it wasn't.
And I don't think I've ever met another Carah Faye. I don't think I've ever met another Carah spelled the same way as you.
If you're out there, just kidding.
Better watch out. So I'm guessing the handle wasn't taken on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram.
No, I always had it.
Easy to get.
I always had it, so it's my name.
Yeah.
It's my given name. Surprise, surprise. So I always had that. That was easy.
Now, are you using the Shiny Toy Guns social sites to promote this, or are you trying to do it as an entirely separate thing?
It's not something that I'm against at all. I just never want anyone to feel like because there's no escaping not that I would want to, but there's no getting around the fact that I am where I am because of Shiny Toy Guns, and I'm entirely thankful for my experience, past, present, and future, that I have had and will have with those guys. It's a huge part of my life and my heart. It's kind of hot.
There we go. Tattoos are coming out.
It's hot in here. No, it's cozy in here.
You mean in my apartment?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. This actually isn't my apartment. If you're watching for the first time, we're in a studio, but we have a green screen behind us. So good thing you didn't wear green, because I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
You would be see-through right now.
That'd be sick!
But yeah, so
I totally would have worn green.
So the backdrop, this is actually, you were never on the show before, but I have done the show for 14 years. And many of those years I did it from my apartment, which is right down the road in Culver City. And this is what people would see on my my webcam. They would see the background with all the posters on the wall. So I just wanted to keep it real while being fake.
Well, don't change anything.
Thank you. Actually, you know what?
I love the decoration.
Thank you. So today is the 21st of September, and this is actually a pretty big deal because September 19th, 2002 was actually my very first show. And I didn't have a show on the 19th this year because I'm on every Wednesday. So today is technically the 14-year anniversary.
Sick.
How about that? Thank you for coming.
That's why I'm here.
I started the show. My first guest I ever had on was a band who actually was on the same label as Spencer. It was called the band Homegrown.
Okay.
And they were on Drive Thru Records, and they came on the show.
Sick.
First guest I ever had. Thousands later, now you're finally here.
Thousands.
Thousands later, I finally got you on the show.
Finally got me.
Took me a minute. You were mysterious for a few years there. There
Was
actually was no contact for a while to get in touch with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. I've been after you for a year or two, and for a while there was no contact available anywhere.
Really?
No one knew how to reach you.
Someone was blowing it.
Yeah. So now I have the email. Now I know how to make it happen.
Now you know the management.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't have the same management back then.
I didn't.
That's
actually.
Maybe you had no management. Who knows?
Working with new management that I'm very happy with.
Yeah. And you just told me off air that you rarely even go on Facebook anymore. As I can tell by every post is like a month apart. You had like September, I'm in New York, and then August, and then it's... What do you do with your time? You actually go outside and have adventures?
I try to live to the best of my ability. I believe as a songwriter, and I believe this very devoutly, as a songwriter, how can you expect to continue to write songs if you have no life fodder, if you will, to write about? That's why bands on their second or third album, they're like writing about being in the van or like something like that, like, because that's all they know.
Yeah.
Like being on the road
But what do you do with your free time? Do you go on, I mean, we're in California, you can drive anywhere. Do you go on like mini road trips? Do you guys go out to like, Palm Springs for the day and write a song, or San Diego, or what do you do on like a weekly basis when you're not just focusing on, music only?
Lately, we got hit with the Pinterest bug, and it's been a lot of renovating. We basically completely redid the homestead. And that's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun to just do big projects in between. I mean, I do a lot of work. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not writing, because I never want to stop writing. It's a muscle I always want to continue to flex. Like,
Which hand do you write with?
my right.
And do you actually write, or do you type these days? Do you
Both.
type your lyrics on like a Word file?
I do both, and it's extremely unorganized. I have like my notes in my phone that are synced with my iPad, but I prefer writing, but I don't always remember to bring a journal or a notebook, and I have like a stack of them, and nothing's categorized. This is my life.
Sounds really strenuous.
And then
You're making it harder for yourself.
often I'll just find like one page, because I always grab like the new notebook, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I have 1 or 2 pages in it. So I'll find myself like ripping out 2 pages, because I'm like, I don't want this to be in the pile of like, go find lyrics here if it's got 2 pages in it. So I'll just find like a page with the dumbest lyric, because there's no context. If it's just like one line.
Give me an example.
Well, and it also happens melodically too, because you're in an airplane, right?
Okay.
Something comes to your head and you're like, oh, that's sick, because in your mind you hear the chords behind it, you hear the production, you hear a drum roll, you're like, sick. So
you hear all that on the airplane?
I hear like,
that's cool.
I hear the lion's share of how I want the song to end up.
How do you think when you hear babies crying in the background when you're on an airplane? This is what all I hear when I fly.
throwing the table.
Yeah.
But to finish, so like I'll sit there and I'll be like, it gets real quiet and you don't want anybody to hear it. She's like,
oh, you do that into the phone?
Yeah, the voice
Wow.
memo. So it's just a melody sometimes. And then like...
So other people might just think you're the crazy person on the airplane.
Oh.
Just talking to themselves.
For sure. So then like 6 months to a year later, you're like, oh, voice memo number 374. Let's see what that was. And it's like just this bad mumbling with airplane hum in the back, and you're just like, and you're like, what was I thinking?
Well, you've hyped it up. Let's hear one. Give us a voice memo, since you're not performing on the show tonight. Can you play us one?
Was that a dig?
It's a dare.
Was that a dig?
It's a dare.
I was going to perform.
It's
and
okay.
I didn't, and I think he was just.
No,
but what if I play something that's like?
You didn't kill.
Oh no!
We had a streak, and Dear Boy, who were on last week, they killed the streak because they didn't play live. So you didn't ruin anything.
Oh.
Dear Boy ruined it. We had a 5-week streak.
Thanks,
we had like Weathers play, the band The Airs, a lot of cool bands played, and then Dear Boy killed it. Wait, don't I want to hear it?
I thought I was gonna.
No, you're not gonna. We have like 48 minutes to kill. I want to hear something live. By the way, people watching, we will talk to you in a few seconds. Actually, I know that I have a big show when I have actual personal friends watching tonight. My buddy Zach is watching, my best man at my wedding, soon to be. What's the term? If it's my cousin's husband, is he related to me?
It's your cousin?
Yeah, is he my cousin Roman is watching. And my friend, who I've known since high school, and I didn't even know that he was your friend now, is Ito. It's Michelani.
Ito versus the world.
Yeah, Lion of Ito. He's watching.
Ito!
Check that out. I didn't even know you guys knew each other.
We wrote together. We wrote music together. So.
I've known Ito since high school. So.
Oh, I have a little
story.
message for Ito. I was just in New York in my management office, and I see these delicious-looking pretzels, and I'm like, and I knew right away it was the ones that your wife makes, and without even seeing the name. And I tried them, and they were delicious, and I hope that you tell her that.
Okay, so Ito, can you send us some of Allie's pretzels? Because I've never had these pretzels.
Yeah, she makes.
We're looking for some new sponsors on the show here in Milltown.
We'd like to give her a little plug because they were delicious. It was like she dips pretzels and decorates them, and anyways.
Yeah.
I told him I wanted to try them, and I finally did like a week ago. That just happened.
I'm going to give you the address of Meltdown Comics, Ito. We want to try the pretzels. I wish there was a way to transport them here right now, maybe in 100 years, so we can eat the pretzels right now on air. We're looking for new sponsorship. We had Ace Cider last year, and we had Hint Water, but now we're out of sponsorships for 2016. So we're in the market. So if you've got a product out there and you want to send us some, we'll advertise it on air. Why not? Right?
True.
Who cares? Life's about free pretzels. That's all that matters.
According to Ito.
So I guess you're not going to play us a memo. We're going to have to wait for the solo record to come out.
Yes.
And it's
coming.
There's no date coming up. They don't know anything, huh? You're kind of still being a little mysterious.
Here's what we know, because there's no secret to this.
What do we know, Carah?
I don't know anything.
You didn't even know where you were. You didn't even know it was me outside. I said hi to you, and you thought I was some creepy guy.
I walked by, and I was like, he's like, hi. I was like, hi. Kept going. He's like,
you're like every day with these sleazy guys.
No, I just thought I wasn't at the address yet, and I continued to walk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry, well, you're sitting there in your hat and your sunglasses, like, hey. I'm like,
yeah.
Hi. Just keep
Well, what the hell, man? If I had a puppy, you would have stopped.
Nah.
More people talk to me when I have the puppy.
I've been writing in about 3 years. 2 years. On and off of 2 labels. I've been on 6 labels total, but 2 in the solo venture. And I've just got new management because here I'm busy. The album's written, and when I was just in New York, I had the pleasure of sitting down with 10 fans who've been so graciously waiting, and it just was sort of spontaneous, but it was like, hey, let's listen to music. And I played them the entire album.
Did you do a security check first, make sure they weren't recording it secretly?
I took blood. I took retinal scans.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, it was...
Feces?
No!
No feces?
There were no fecal samples taken.
Making sure.
And it was encouraging for me because I've been super protective of these songs. And I made sure that the songs that I wrote I wanted them to be timeless.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't a timestamp on it. It was like when they came out 10 years from now, they'd still be a good song, in my opinion. Something I was proud of.
Like the Macarena. Timeless classic.
I have a song that I call My Macarena. I was like, this is my Macarena.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't have a song called
You know, I also have my, Cisco Thong song.
Mm-hmm.
I have one like, this is my Cisco Thong song.
Wow.
No.
Can you give us a little Macarena dance? Your version of the Macarena?
I'd mess it up for sure.
Did you,
I know you go this. That's.
No, your Macarena.
No,
you need
I
to
don't.
make your own dance if you're going to make your own Macarena.
I lied. Okay, I fibbed. I don't have a
Wow.
song. That's.
Why are you lying to us?
I'm sorry.
So they heard the song, so that means they're coming out sooner than later, because they're already out there. People have heard them.
They're already out there. We've only released Don't Say a Word. Our plan is to put out a song called Change in the Water next. But the album is essentially written, and there's 2 to 4 floating songs that may or may not join. And I haven't stopped writing.
Okay.
So who knows? Someone might get the boot, or whatever, but it's coming. I promise you it's coming. And now that we're basically deciding how we want to release them, and it's like, for me, my heart would love to just put an album out. That's what I want. That's the school that I came from.
Yeah.
Put out a body of work, and it's not just like, here's a single. So, in a perfect world, that's what I'll be able to give you soonish.
Soonish. Why don't we check out who's watching? Are you interested? Want to know who's watching us right now?
People are actually watching?
Yes. Well, first of all, my buddy Matt Wilkinson is watching. He comes to every show, and he really likes you as an artist, but he's down the street at Mumford & Sons. Couldn't come see you because of the Mumford & Sons concert at the Greek. I think Matt made a mistake, but that's my opinion.
Can I see this?
Yeah. Megan, Carah, how's the new music coming along? Ash Elford says, hey, Carah. Nathan, Carah. Jared says, sunglasses indoors. Very observant of you. David said, Carah, what a nice surprise. Nicholas, Christy, Daniel, Miguel, Steve Sievers.
Are these people who have commented or people who
Yeah, no, they're all commenting. Look, good thing you had practice taking off that jacket, says Matthew McMahon. Got David watching.
That's a reference to the video. We just did an acoustic video in New York, and we did like 4 takes. And at the beginning of it, I took my jacket off, and then I had to do that for every take. I was like,
it's on video.
And by the 4th one, I was like, okay, it just felt very rehearsed.
Well, we are reading your questions now, so send questions. People were just saying hi originally. Now, if you have anything you want to ask her, now's the chance.
Hi.
I started this show 14 years ago, and I made it a live show specifically so fans could ask their favorite artist questions. So don't hold back. And we actually already
Hold back a little.
Don't call us yet, but we actually already did get a missed call. Remember you were wondering if anyone would call in tonight? We already got a missed call. Although it could be Ito for all we know. But we'll check that out later. We want to know, Megan says, when are you releasing another song? That will be soon. And Jennifer went to the music, and she said it was awesome. 8 of us got to hear some songs from the album in the studio. So you let them go in the actual studio. It wasn't like at a restaurant or anything.
No, we shot it in a loft that's like the hangout area of the studio. And then the people who kind of hosted it, when they realized what was happening, they were so gracious, and they're like, come in the big, like the A's studio, like the huge studio, and like, so they got to hear it on like big speakers. It wasn't like, here, what do you think? It was cool.
Wow, another high school friend, Matthew Reich, another New Yorker. He's in the chat as well. It's awesome. Thomas, is Shiny Toy Guns done?
No, absolutely not. We're all doing our own thing. We basically decided when, not if, when the next album is the right time, we're all going to know, and we're all going to know at the same time. It's not going to be anyone pulling, another, there's like no, like we all, that band means so much to all of us. And actually this October is, I believe it's October. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but it's like right, very soon, we'll put it that way, is the 10-year reunion for Weird Pilots.
Something's going to happen. Something's going down. The 10-year, right?
It would be
10-year show. Entire record.
10-year show would be fun. Front to
in
back.
its entirety.
Dang. There are songs in there we've never played live, so that would be crazy.
Please do it. Do it for them. Make it happen.
Yeah,
You
well,
can do it.
if you guys bug the other guys about that, that'd be fun. To do like a show, of the whole album. That'd be crazy.
Eder says, will any of the members of Shiny Toy Guns be featured on your album? That's a good question. Or do you
Play some Nickelback.
I was ignoring that one.
Don't ignore the Nickelback chant.
Will the other guys be on your record, or you just have all new musicians playing in the background?
Right now it's all new, all new musicians. All new musicians. All new musicians. There we go.
Are you giving new musicians a chance, or these are veteran musicians that?
Well, it's
you're
a lot
just
of
letting them play with you?
producers. It's crazy the people that have done the lion's share, and not in a programmed way. I've worked with so many amazing people that have. It's kind of like do it all type people. It's kind of mind blowing. But none of the music. I haven't closed the door on anything that isn't released yet, if that makes sense. So like, don't say a word.
Don't close the door.
I have to shut the door on.
Don't shut the door.
The artist in me like constantly wants to tweak everything.
It's shut. It's over, guys.
But once it's out, it's out. So the other songs, you know, if it comes time to like, okay, here's an album, then it's like, it'll be crazy to sit there and go, okay, how do we draw the red line through the drum sound, draw the red line through the sonics of the guitars, and, you know, so that it's not so different, because a lot of them are produced by different people. I went on a grand writing adventure, basically, and met some incredible people that are like all my dear friends now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Matthew Reich says, Carah, what do you think of the band Fits in the Tantrums?
I'm not gonna lie and pretend that that I'm super familiar, but I did see the Live from Daryl's House.
Yeah, it's a cool show.
I saw them on that. They're sick on that. They're super talented. That's what I think, and if I knew more, I would have a far more formed opinion.
Greg says that video you made for the reunion with you guys in the mountains in the snow, what was making that like? Do you have any stories from behind the scenes?
Oh, let me tell you something about that. So, Jeremy and Mikey had flown to Sweden to discuss, you know, me coming back, and
That's where you live, or
that's
where you lived?
That's where I lived.
Sounds cold.
Almost. It was cold. And when, let me just get to the meat of this. When we shot that in Mammoth, that was the first time the four of us were actually together. It wasn't like, you know, we all shook hands, high-fived. So that reveal moment, like that whole trip, was actually the first time that we were all together. So it was emotional for all of us. And I remember our dear friends Tommy and Luke, who made that, they brought it over, and Jeremy and I think we were working on like speaking Japanese at the time in the studio. And
how's that work? How's that going?
Well, we had a song called Speaking Japanese, so we were finishing. So they're like, we have a first draft, and they brought it over, and they turned the lights off, and they put it on, and I was so embarrassed, but they turned the lights on, and I'm like weeping. I'm full blown, just like, it was so emotional even for me to see that video and to see, because we have just been through so much. I always say we would have been a way bigger band if people knew the behind the scenes, because I think there would have been a more intrigue what we went through to stay together as a band, despite differences, life experience, like things that were happening internally, externally.
Yeah.
What we held it together through was pretty crazy. Someday.
And you came back, so for you Blink-182 fans out there, it's possible. Once Tom is done fighting aliens, he may come back to the band.
Is that what he's doing?
Yes, that's actually what he's doing. That's why he's not in Blink-182. You don't know much about this, huh? I've been following Tom DeLonge on Instagram. So Tom quit Blink second time after the reunion. And I've been watching videos. He's been on like a few talk shows. He claims that the government, after like hundreds of years, is ready to tell us the truth about UFOs. Secrets that they've had for like decades.
Well, it's about time.
But they didn't know how to do it in a way to reach a big audience, because just going on TV and saying we have alien proof isn't enough. So he claims that he's working with close people in the FBI on a plan, so he will be the one to let the younger generation know about the aliens.
The truth.
The truth. And he's writing a book about it and a documentary, and he's been working so hard on this. And a
documentary, so that will...
But the whole thing is crazy, because he just might be crazy. There might not be any FBI people telling him anything. We don't know yet. We'll have to find out.
That's crazy.
I'm not even a big Blink-182 fan anymore. I'm just fascinated by his obsession with aliens.
I was just on an airplane and I saw A Beautiful Mind for the first time. For the first time,
Yeah.
for some reason.
Aliens.
That's so crazy at the end of it where you're just like, wait, none of it was real?
Yeah, but we're going to find out. I think you should follow Tom DeLonge on Instagram. He posts some interesting things.
Some interesting or some, like, entertaining?
It's both. Like, he posted a picture of him he posted a picture of Blink-182 a few weeks ago, which is like, like with him in the band, and all these people were like, F you, mother effer. Like, why would you post that? Now I'm crying again.
Oh, they weren't happy about it.
Because okay, really quick, then we'll move on. So, Mark and Travis say, okay, he's out of the band. Matt Skiba is the new, second singer of Blink-182.
Yeah.
But when you ask Tom DeLonge in interviews, he says, oh, no, I'm still in the band. I'm just on break right now, and I can come back eventually.
Oh, interesting.
So we don't know who's right and who's wrong.
And the world may never know.
Yeah, so your situation wasn't that weird, I guess. You left, you came back.
Ah, we're adults.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Even though Blink are like 10 years older
We're
than you and I, they're looking
children.
for aliens. Yeah, exactly. So really quick, because someone asked me this question, I didn't get to tell you this because we were in a rush to get started. So I've been doing the show for 14 years. Mm-hmm. I do it every Wednesday right here, Meltdown Comics in Hollywood. I've had over 1,000 bands on the show. I've had Fall Out Boy on here, Paramore, Newfound Glory, Sugar Cult, My Chemical Romance, Coheed and Cambria, Taking Back Sunday, Brand New, All American Rejects, Katy Perry, the list goes on and on. However, Carah, I don't get paid to do this. And now that I'm a bit older, I got bills to pay. So here's what we do.
So you need some, I'm like, I don't have any money.
No, here's what we do. Every show I go out and I buy these fun little notepads. We got Avengers. We got Ninja Turtles. We got Frozen. We got Finding Dory. All very good movies. We got Finding Dory again. We got Spider-Man. So if you follow this link right here under Carah Faye the name, if they go on to this address, paypal.me/DJ Rossstar, if you donate $10 or more to help keep this show on air, Carah will sign something, maybe draw them a picture or write them a little note.
Do I get a cut of this?
You need a cut?
No.
$10. I will mail it to you this weekend, and any change I get after the cost of the mailing fee will help keep the show on air.
Sick.
I've got 6 notepads here. If we get more than 6 donations, I've got more stuff in my car that you can sign.
Okay.
So don't feel like if you're not in the first 6, you're out of luck. All you need to donate is a debit card, which is also a checking account or a routing number. So log on to this address right here, paypal.me/DJ Rossstar with 3 S's. $10 or more, we'll sign some stuff and we'll send it to you when the show ends. Please help keep me on air. If not, I gotta just do my real job 5 days a week, and who wants to do that, right?
True.
I already work the rest of the time. People think I just do this one day a week. Wouldn't that be cool? Mm-hmm. No. But I do miss work on Wednesday evenings to be here. So please help keep me on air.
He's doing a good thing,
I want to be on another 14 years. I want to be 48 years old sitting at Meltdown Comics doing the show, interviewing bands that wouldn't even have been alive when I started the show at that point. So you got like 40 minutes to donate, so don't hold back. Let's do it. And let's see. Anything else we want to add to that? I think we're okay for now. So we'll see if the donations come in. In the meantime, let's take some more questions. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Then we'll get to some phone calls here. Let's
Bring
do
it
it.
on.
Let's do it. What are the odds of you opening for Paramore next tour? Any interest in making such an awesome thing happen?
I don't know what the odds are, but I can tell you that I would love and be honored. It's something that Haley and I have talked about how fun that would be. And I love the band and I adore all the people in it. So I'm just going to say, why not? Let's root for it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I would love to watch them every night.
Heather Hansen, what is your album release date?
We don't know yet. Sorry, Heather. It's coming. I promise you, the whole thing's written. It will come out. I swear.
Ashley says, I've been following you throughout your whole journey, Shiny Toy Guns, Versant, and your solo work.
It's pronounced Versant. We pronounce it Versant.
What does Versant mean? Is that a word I'm unfamiliar with?
If you're...
It sounds like a croissant.
Well,
which I would like a croissant right now.
Versant, the French, is the side of a mountain. It's like in the journey, on the side of a mountain. Versant, if you're versant in something, you're versant in interviewing techniques.
Thank you.
You're
skillful?
You're knowledgeable in it.
Okay.
You're skillful in it. I think it's more of a knowledge thing.
It depends.
Not I think I know.
Well, I would say I'm a little bit knowledgeable because I do research on my guests, but I'm also having the fans help out too. So it's like half and half.
Agreed, yeah.
So like, I looked you up, got some information. But if it's like a band that comes on that's like one of my favorites, I don't even look at the Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, Newfound Glory's here, bye. But,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I let them get involved. I want everybody to have a fair chance because they may never get to meet you in real life. Or if they do, they might be too shy to say hello.
Don't be too shy.
By the way, I think we just made like $100 like in 5 seconds from your fans, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to buy stuff from Meltdown Comics to have you sign at this point if I run out of things. Really
you
exciting.
guys are the best.
That's cool. Maybe we can break
Just
our...
buy the album when it comes out, too.
Buy the album, too. Or else I have to give her a cut of this $60. However, the record of this show, do you know Bonnie McKee?
Yeah.
Songwriter? So she came on the show. We made $320. I wonder if we can top that tonight. If we top that, I'll get you some toy. That's fair.
All right.
I'll get you some pad thai. It's only fair if we did that. Emily says, don't be too shy. You are epic in person. Do you consider yourself an epic person?
Like epic in personality?
Yeah. You seem pretty laid back to me.
I don't think that's something you say about yourself. You're like, my shit's epic. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, you're proud of your work, but you're not conceited.
I'll tell you what. I feel so good about my life. Like, I feel like my life has been epic. I'll tell you that.
That's awesome. Good for you.
On an everyday basis, maybe not, but in general, like the life I live, I feel so thankful to do what I do.
Are you happy to be here now, living instead of back in Sweden? Or
I'm
they
so
both
happy
have
to
good
be here.
things.
Yeah, I mean the Swedish culture and people there.
Is that where
it's
you're
amazing.
from?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Santa Barbara, California, but I grew up in Newbury Park and Pete.
Why do you sound like you're from a different country? Though?
I get that a lot, and I think I just.
You're like Johnny Depp.
I just.
Right, you're like Johnny Depp and Madonna. They do that.
Mumble. No, because there's no like British trying to be something. I think I just mumble because there's no like, oh, you're from this or from that. It's.
I literally thought you were from Sweden because you mentioned Sweden and you sound like you're from somewhere else. That's crazy. But you're just from down the road in California.
Just a California girl
who
mumbles.
Unless you were adopted. Dun dun dun. No?
No.
Not a possibility?
I don't think so.
Born and raised here in California?
Firstborn.
Yeah?
In my fam.
How many kids?
3. 3 girls, I'm the eldest.
Are you friends with the other 2?
And they're my best friends in the whole world.
Are they really?
Clint and Janelle, shut up. They're the best. They're like the best humans on the planet. I love them.
What do they do for careers or for life? They do music too?
They both went to school for ministry things. The middle child, Janelle, is mom of the century. She's 3 boys. I've never seen anyone with such patience with children.
I don't have any children because I have no patience. And you never will. You'll never see me with a child,
I have no
Faye.
patience except for patience.
Patience.
I have no patience for most things, but I have ADD, so when I get focused on something, I hyper-focus. And then I have all the patience in the world. I will just sit there.
And you have patience for puppies.
And hone in. I have all the patience for puppies. And I love kids. Like, I can't hide that.
You like human kids?
As a human.
Interview over. I'm kidding.
No, I love kids. They're like a huge part of my life.
Hear that, Spencer? Okay.
Zably. I'm just kidding.
Are you going to sing first?
No.
I want to hear it. You were going to play tonight. You got to make up for it.
No, maybe later. We got, 25 minutes?
We got like 30 minutes at this point. We're going to take a few more and then we'll take some callers. You ready for that?
Yeah, my coffee's over here. I don't know why it's not on the table.
It's probably freezing cold right now. Is it a PSL?
I don't drink cold
My
coffee.
fiance said we can get PSLs because it's officially fall. She refused to accept the fact that they had pumpkin spice lattes in August.
You just abbreviated a pumpkin spice latte?
That's what they call it, PSL. Starbucks says on the wall, PSL. Come on. Sorry, in Sweden, where you're from, they don't have PSLs.
I'm not from Sweden.
I know. I was going to say that I showed you a picture off air of my puppy, Bodhi. He has an Instagram, so you guys should follow him. Hollywood Healer, Heeler. Hollywood Healer. He's a blue healer. He's 3 months old. We got him his rabies shot today. He's adorable, and he gets along with our cat Lucifer. They're like best friends. So
that's a dark name for a cat.
he's a dark cat. Instagram.com/Hollywood Healer. He's only got 200 friends. We want to get like 400 friends by the end of the show. So make it happen. You have any Instagram pages for your pets? You're not crazy?
No, I've thought about it. There's been many times where I'm like, oh, but then it just feels like another thing I have to maintain. And like I don't mind. I post pictures of my dog, but
It's not the same thing. If you truly loved your dog, it would have its own Instagram page. I'm just
so
kidding.
is that how you?
That's how I measure
That's
love.
how you measure love now? Is if how often you post about things?
No, I feel really bad. I tried to make Lucifer a page a year ago, but any combination with the word Lucifer and cat is already taken. Which is, see, other people had the same idea. I did Lucifer the cat, cat Lucifer, Lucifer cat, meow Lucifer, Lucifer feline, all taken.
I feel bad for this cat.
Because his name's Lucifer, because we can't get him an Instagram page.
Because of his name.
It's like Cinderella, you know? That's what he looks like, the cat from Cinderella.
Oh.
Now you get it. He's not just a jerk, he's a great cat. You know. I have a question. I read that you are straight edge.
I am straight edge.
Have you still never had a drink?
Still never had a drink.
You had like a drink.
It's never touched my lips.
Not even like wine at a,
No,
like a
no.
wedding or a
No.
champagne?
It's never touched my lips.
No one's ever tricked you?
No one's, and I'm thankful for that because there have been a lot of people who are like, I'm like literally, I'm gonna trick you. I'll put vodka in your orange juice or something like.
That's like really messed up.
It's really messed up, but nobody's actually done it, and I think it would be very emotional for me if that happened. I have a super addictive personality, and it's not a door I want to open. It's not. It's
You don't want to get started. Then you may not stop.
Yeah, it's not like it's not principle based or anything like that. It's just I know myself enough to know I need to stay away, and I haven't. I'm an idiot enough. I'm not calling myself an idiot, but I'm like, I have just enough fun.
That's cool.
I don't need alcohol induced
Fun.
Craziness.
When I was younger, I used to think I was allergic to chocolate. Turned out I just had acne because I was a teenager. So my friends used to mess with me. They'd take like chocolate bars, they'd open them and they put them like under my pillow when I was sleeping, like stuff like that. So I was wondering if anyone ever slipped you a drink.
No, there's been times where I've come off stage with Molly in my pocket and stuff.
You do Molly but not drink
alcohol? No, but people will like. Because people think that I'm with a band, they want drugs.
Okay.
They want alcohol.
So they just give you free Molly.
Yeah, so I'll come off stage like, what's this? And won't name names, but someone will be like, give me that. And I'm like.
Somebody else. That's fine. I mean, you're able to date people that drink, right? And
yeah.
It's not like you're not one of those preachers.
I would say the lion's share of my friends are not straight by any means. Or, the ones that aren't anymore. It's a personal thing. It's like I'm the least judgmental person in the world. You be you.
Wait, I got one. Have you ever picked up the wrong drink because you thought it was your water and it was alcohol and you spit it out?
No. Okay, I've picked it up.
There has to be a way that you've had it in your mouth.
I've picked it up. I've never taken a sip. But there's been a couple times where I'm like, and I could smell it.
Okay.
Because I've obviously if I've never tasted it, then I'm super sensitive to even the smell of it.
Okay. That's interesting.
So yeah, there's been close calls, but it's literally never touched my lips.
Wow. Well, good for you.
Yeah. And a lot of strange people don't even have coffee, but for me, it's just mind altering stuff.
Well, you need energy. Yeah. I mean, do you drink like Monster Energy drinks too?
I think Monster Energy drinks are okay. I'm not trying to bash a company right now.
Well, they're not sponsoring us. You can bash them.
I'm not trying to bash them, but I just don't. I don't prefer the taste.
No.
We'll keep it there.
Yeah. Hey, let's give a shout out to our donators. Let's go check out the people who I owe an extra thanks to because they help keep the show on air. Let's find out. And by the way, you mentioned. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh shit! I gotta go buy some stuff. We already made $103. Wow, Carah, popular. Gary Owens, Jeremy Howard, John Gange, Kristen Conroy, Aaron Neer, Humberto Solis, Casey McCarthy, and Jonathan Lear, and Eric Shin all donated.
What?
Holy shit.
I know all those names.
All you guys, make sure, this is the most important thing. Please, please, please email me at helpdjrossstar@gmail.com. I need your name, your address. A lot of times people donate and they forget to write me to tell me where to send it to. and then I never hear from them again, and I feel bad because it's like you just gave me free money.
So they get one of these?
Oh yeah, but we're gonna run out, so we're gonna go get some other shit around the room.
I would
inside,
also
too.
like to say, because I don't have like an album out or anything, but I did make some merch, and it's out there. I have these really sick pullover sweaters that are my favorite, and crop tops, and then like a black T-shirt.
I wish you brought some of that.
No, I know if I would have known.
Where can they get those?
Stand by.
Gotta look it up. By the way, like I said, my car's outside. I'll find plenty of stuff you can sign for these people. They don't care what it is. They just want you to acknowledge them. But you will be the only person in your neighborhood with a Spider-Man notepad. That's for sure.
If you go on District Lines, districtlines.com/Carah Faye, you'll find it.
Cool.
But yeah, a lot of people don't even know I have that stuff up. So, hi, I have some stuff.
Okay, you ready to get deep here? Eric wants to know the sun, the meaning behind it. Serious.
The Shine to Gun song?
Yeah.
Eric who?
Eric Saturn.
Okay.
Unless he literally just wants to know about the sun, like the sun in the sky. I don't think you know about the sun in the sky.
Oh, I know about the sun.
Yeah? You know how far away it is from Earth?
I don't. I'm not gonna pretend I know that.
Do you know which planet is the closest?
Saturn? Jupiter?
No, I think that those are the other way. I'm not sure, but it's not us, we'd die. I know that.
Wait, what planet is the closest?
To the sun.
Oh, I thought you meant to us.
No, what planet's the closest to the sun?
Mars.
I don't think it's Mars either. Is it?
I don't know. Mars is hot.
Okay. Do you want to take a guess? I'm gonna Google this because if not, I'm like you. These things will bother me all night.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But,
okay, ready?
And then I'll know forever.
The closest to the sun, Mercury, followed by Venus, followed by Earth, like the show Third Rock from the Sun. That's why. Then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Okay.
And this chart doesn't even have Pluto because that MFer isn't a planet anymore.
Crazy.
Yeah, they bumped it.
Well, now we know.
Yes. Do you want to talk about
Well, Chad wrote the lion's share of that. Chad had a song called "The Sun," and we did an entire when it came time to hey, we want to make this a duet. Because every Shine to the Gun song is kind of done differently. Either someone writes a song and someone puts some input in, or it's very rare that we're sitting together writing a song. A lot of I think that's how you get something pure. It comes from a heart, and then another heart can come in, and we all have the common goal, and obviously know what the band sounds like. But when we decided that we wanted to make that one a duet, we kind of changed everything. So it would be more of a Chad question, and I wouldn't want to speak for him. There's a lot of people who have no idea what song you're talking about.
Get him on the horn.
The chorus basically is, "Next time I'll wait for the sun." Tell you what, I'm going to ask him, and then I will make a little Facebook thing about it.
You know what? Jeremy was on the show. He probably doesn't remember it, though. And I don't think they told him where he was going either back in the day. He just showed up at my apartment.
Should we see if Jeremy answers?
Yeah, call him. Say, hey, do you remember DJ
Jeremy
Rossstar?
was at my apartment, or my house when I left to come here.
Oh, hey, my mom entered the chat room.
Mom!
Say hi to my mom. This is live on the air.
Hi. Yes, hello, it's your grandmother. So I'm live in an interview right now. P.S. I have a question. Somebody wrote in and asked the meaning of the sun.
Next time I wait.
Hold up.
I'm holding the phone up like you are Simba.
Wow.
Except for you're an iPhone.
Well, it was originally written for Mark Ruffalo for a movie.
Did you hear that? It was originally written for Mark Ruffalo for a movie.
The Incredible Hulk.
It was not Incredible Hulk. It was right after that.
I was telling them that originally it was
Shutter Island.
Maybe it was that. It was something he directed. He wasn't acting in it. It was like his film. It was an indie
No one watched that. I'm just
Come on,
kidding.
What was that film? That Ruffalo film? Remember that?
Who are you talking to?
Jim happens to be sitting right here.
Jim's there?
Who's Jim?
Jim Welch is our longtime manager since he was our day one.
Hey.
Or it's kind of day one.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, do you remember me? By the way, you're on live right now with DJ Rossstar.
Oh, dude, what's up, man?
Jeremy
Hey,
remembers everything.
but now we're doing the show.
What's
Now,
going on?
well, right now we're live on Facebook on Carah's page. We're at Meltdown Comics in Hollywood. I got an upgrade from the apartment to a real studio. That's where we are right now.
Dude, it's been a long time.
I looked it up. 6 years. Good to hear your voice.
That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
I told him that
So not to cut me off if I elaborate too much.
Yeah, well, I got like 15 minutes.
When it was written for the Ruffalo thing, the film, the script was about a man in a wheelchair. Remember this? Remember the wheelchair dude? Wheelchair?
I don't even know this.
Ruffalo? Yeah, there was a guy in a wheelchair, and he was like really, really frustrated with it. Something happened suddenly and dramatically that put him in that wheelchair, and he wanted to give up on life. And this girl gave him hope to continue to live, and to just not ever give up and just wait. Because even though today sucks, just wait for the sun tomorrow.
Oh, I
was
didn't
the
even know
script.
that.
So I read the script and started trying to metaphorically translate this humongo Ruffalo script into a tune. And then Chad and I really dug the tune, and we were like, oh no, it's going to disappear on this movie. What do we do? And then I forgot what happened.
Huh.
And that's the end. That's all I got.
Good
Crazy.
story.
Well, thank you for
And
that.
then Carah came back, and you remember when?
You remember when? All
Thanks for calling, Jeremy. We're going to take some callers now from the fans.
right, love you. We'll talk soon.
Love you too.
Bye.
See, they're all still friends. It's not just Carah Faye solo. and
He's
that's
like
it.
he's like a brother.
That's cool. Well, hey, the phone number is 323-515-XSN1. If you want to call in right now, we've got 20 minutes. Now would be a good time to take some callers. Oh, no, we got 12
so that
minutes.
clock isn't right? No, I was going to say.
Yeah,
it's
that's
12
correct. So 323-515-XSN1. Call us now. Ask us anything you want. And they said, what if we want to donate and not get something signed? I'll take free donations. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys, y'all are the best.
That'd be really nice. I
Bless
appreciate it.
your biscuits.
Wow. Call us now. By the way, it's on a delay. So when I say now, it's like a couple seconds from now. But that was cool that Jeremy remembered doing the show. I mean, I'm sure he's done a lot of press, so it's good.
It's incredible because people are like, hey, we played with you in Albuquerque in 07. And I'm like, I don't know. But Jeremy remembers every band we've played with, every venue we've been at.
It's awesome. Ready? Just say, I'm in front of speaker. Hang on. All right, you're live. Hello.
Hello?
You're live with Carah Faye. What's going on?
I'm on right now?
You're on. What's up?
Oh, right on. It's Jordan from Riverside.
Jordan!
Riverside.
It's from the IE.
I just had a quick...
909.
I love her. She's my girl.
What's your question, girl?
Oh, I was just curious if you were ever going to do, like, an intimate performance in LA like you did in New York, like that cool studio performance that you did?
Yes. I want to, now that I did that, I want to do the same thing. That was like, it ended up being kind of a last minute thrown together. Originally it was just going to be with a piano player. We didn't have a piano player. So this is a crazy story. So another piano player from another band that my management represents was like, hey, graciously was like, hey, I'll do it. Then, like 3 other people ended up just at the last second, like coming and we literally all walked into a room at the same time. All the cameras were set up and they were just pros. Everybody knew their part. We were like, we didn't even run, I don't even know if we ran through like an entire song. We were like, let's just do this. And so the people who were there and saw that, literally, like, we hadn't even met more than 5 minutes before we played that for y'all.
Awesome.
But I'm going to do the same thing here in LA to answer your question.
Yes.
Love you, girl.
Thanks for calling. We got another caller. Thank you. Hey, you're live with Carah Faye. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for this, by the way.
Sure, man. What's your question? What's up?
Hey, no, I just wanted to say thank you to Carah for your music. I mean, what I love about finding an artist is when you hear something for the first time and it just speaks right to you. And I just wanted to let you know what a huge fan you have up here in New York.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you so much. That nothing means more to me than knowing when my music has touched someone. That means so much. Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Hey, you're live with Carah.
Oh, hey.
Who's this?
This is Amarissa.
Do you believe Carah off air was like, what if nobody calls? Now it's an endless callers.
I didn't think. I was like, wait, I don't think people are gonna call.
What's going on?
Oh, well, I think I heard that you guys were in a comic book shop right now or something like that. Is that true?
Right now we're on in a comic book, right?
Meltdown Comics, 7522
Meltdown Comics.
Sunset Boulevard, home of the Nerdist podcast, one of the most famous podcasts in the world.
Oh, dude, that's so rad.
Yes.
I actually just got a job at a comic book shop. So
Nice.
My question for Carah is, do you like comics at all? And if you do, who's your favorite, I guess, superhero or villain?
You can do comic book movies if you don't actually read physical comic books.
Yeah, I can be whatever.
I'm trying to think of who my favorite would be. I don't know who my favorite is because I can't help but
Could be Captain America.
Captain America's pretty sick. There's
Hulk.
something about Captain America that reminds me of my grandfather that I was always drawn to him for that reason.
That's a good answer.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I kind of have to go with him for that reason.
What superpower would you pick?
If you could have a superpower, which one would you have?
I hands down have to be to fly. Like if I could do anything, it would be fly, and I feel like that'd be the sickest thing.
Would you hang out on poop all day?
And poop all day?
No, hang out on poop all day. That's where flies hang out, on poop. That's
No,
not
I
even a
wouldn't.
joke.
I
It's like,
wouldn't. I would not hang out on poop all day.
what would you do all day?
No poop. That's what I would do.
You would just fly around.
No, I feel like you could get everywhere so quick, and spending the most of my time in LA is like you're 20 minutes from everything, but it ends up being so far if I could fly. Also, my family lives in Georgia now, so just being able to be like, I'll be right there, be so sick.
Thanks for calling. Cool questions.
Yeah, thanks.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Hey, so Pittsburgh just launched the first ever self-driving Uber cars. Would you take one? There's no driver. That's creepy, right?
I'm all for advancements in these things. I feel like I'm just gonna let. Not that I want some. It's like Canada with prescription drugs. They're like, we're just gonna see how the Americans react to these first.
So you'll wait a couple years.
Yeah.
Until they perfect it.
Maybe not. Let's just see how it goes. There's no reason for me to jump into an Uberless, because I'm not that impersonable right now. It's like I like people.
Yeah.
I have no problem getting in a car with someone who's getting paid, and we have enough job issues right now. I don't see the real need for it. It's cool. It's cool to be like, hey, there's no one driving, but terrifying if you have no control.
Have you ever been spotted by an Uber driver, or at that level of notoriety? Like would someone just be like, oh, are you Carah Faye? Or not really?
I have, and it's only happened twice.
In an Uber, though?
And I've had.
Really? What'd they say?
And the thing is I've changed my look a lot. So.
Yeah. Just on your pages alone, pink hair and the blonde and the short hair.
Yeah, and I had when Tragic Guns had our main moment, it was short scene hair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I dressed awful. Gotta
sell that Hot Topic clothes, right?
Looking back, you're like, what was I thinking?
So is this your natural? This is how you want to look now? You like?
In 5 years from now, I'm gonna see this and be like, what is that? What are you doing? You thought that was cool?
Yeah.
I don't know. Style is ever changing for me.
Couple more questions. We got like 5 minutes. We'll fire through them. Ready? What instrument would you play if you could learn it?
Piano.
Don't tell my wife Chris that I donated through her PayPal account. Haha. Looking forward to seeing you soon on the road. That's another thing with PayPal. If it's someone else's name, we might have her sign it to them. So you might want to tell us, oh, this is for someone else's name. Let's see. A couple more, and then we'll wrap it up here. How did the Breathe Carolina collaboration come about?
So I grew up in New York Park, Thousand Oaks, which is very close to Agoura Hills, which is where my friend Tall Cooperman was from. And Tommy Cooperman, you know Tall?
Yeah.
So Tommy Cooperman is his younger brother, and Tall was like, hey, ride with my bro. I was like, oh, I'd love to.
Hollywood.
And, yeah. And, so that was kind of like why it was like a no-brainer that I would love to. And originally I didn't know if I was going to sing it or if I was just going to help them write for it. And they're real good guys. They were all very nice. And I really appreciated how the whole band wrote. It wasn't just the singer or just the producer. It was like everybody's in there giving input, and it was sick. They're great guys.
2 more questions, and we'll wrap it up. Bonnie, any chance of the acoustic version of Don't Say a Word being on the album?
Why not? Why not? That's what I'm trying to say.
Final question of the night, and then we're going to give our links and wrap it up. Ready for this? Abby King, out of your entire discography, what is your favorite Shiny Toy Gun song? The one that you want to be remembered by most. That's a hard question, huh?
2-part answer. Fading Listening is very dear to me. My favorite Shiny Toy Gun song, however, my favorite Shiny Toy Gun chorus is You're the One. My favorite song is probably Shaken. And that's like a common thread in the band. Like, we always say that. Like, how much, like, all of us love Shaken. If you don't know the song Shaken.
Is that a fan favorite as
and
well?
I didn't sing that.
Huh. And you still love it.
And I still love it. I just think it's so wonderful.
But now you sing it.
No. The Chad sings it.
Oh. Okay.
The boy sings it.
Huh.
I'm just saying it doesn't have to be a song that, like, I sang.
Yeah, you just love
So
it.
it can't be a song that I'm remembered for, technically. Cool by association, I guess. But I love that song. But Fading List, if I had to go, like... And I feel like if we would have written another album right after that album cycle, that's what the next whole album would have sounded like.
Oh, man. Maybe you should have done that.
Well...
You're going to get to one eventually, you said.
There's still time.
That could happen. Before we go, first of all, this went by really fast. I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. I think we did a great job. What do you think?
We did.
I think there were a lot of good questions here tonight on the show. I want to tell you guys really quickly, first of all, thank you to those who donated. We have a lot of stuff to sign, and by we, I mean her, because you don't want me to sign anything, people. You just want to help support the show. And I appreciate it, because I've been doing this since 2002. This is the 14-year anniversary this week. And I love doing this, Carah. I will do it as long as I can.
Don't
like
stop.
I said, Juliet Lewis has been here, Bonnie McKee, MXPX, everybody from Hot Topic has been on the show. Anybody you've seen on Hot Topic. Pierce the Veil.
We weren't.
Chiodos, Sleeping with Sirens. All those bands, all like the Screamo bands. The U's been on the show. All those good bands. So thanks for supporting this for years and years and years. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, it's all at DJ Rossstar. 3 S's in my name. You'll see cats, you'll see dogs, you'll see fiancés, you'll see our adventures we go on every weekend. You'll see a lot of fun stuff. I think I live a fun life out here. If you're going to live on the West Coast, you got to make the best of it. Some people never go out of their house, and I don't know why they moved here if they're never going to explore. You just live in Iowa if you don't want to go anywhere. Carah, we got 50 seconds. Plug all your links and tell them anything you want to say before we go. Your farewell message to the world.
I don't want to plug anything. I'm so thankful to everyone who's been waiting, and I promise it's not like a long con. It's not a big joke. Like, the music's here, and I just need to find the right way to deliver it to you. And I think everything happens in its right timing when it's supposed to. So I'm gonna try not to let you down when it does come, and I'm gonna get it to you as fast as I can. So.
Thank you. You've been watching XSN. Please check out shopxsn.com to find out more about this network, Extreme Shopping Network. It's awesome. Carah, you got 8 seconds. I think it's only fair that you sing us out. 5 seconds. Go.
What am I singing?
Anything. Go. 2 seconds.
Next time I'll wait for
Good night.
That was the sun.
You heard it. Wait, the alarm's going off, but no one's here to end the
Whose
show.
alarm is going
There
off?
we go. Good night, everybody.